Good morning, team. We're going to try a new format here to get information out to you, our leaders. This will be used for many purposes, but it won't be every week. Essentially, trying to make you leaders the best leaders that you can be in your small groups by giving you information that may either instruct you or remind you of some of the developmental needs of our students. For example, when our middle school leaders last week asked, what is it that you want to do when you grow older? What have you been thinking about? And most middle school students say, I have not been thinking about that. It's not something that rolls through their mind on the regular. And as we get into high school, obviously juniors and seniors are being asked that question all the time. So we want to make sure that the content that we deliver to our students is developmentally appropriate. And so this would be one of the formats in which we can kind of get that out as far as being mindful of who we're working with and what is our goals and objectives for each age demographic. So that's one purpose. The other purpose is just for announcements or clarity. It's hard to get all of you in the same space and in the same room to be able to have these kind of meetings. So we're going to try this format to get information out to our leaders. For example, the next 2 weeks we'll be finishing up our Radical Like Jesus series, which we'll come back to again some other time. The curriculum isn't finished, but we're going to be finished because we end June 11th. We launched new small groups last week, and we know they're not all perfect and that we're working through some of the changes. My encouragement to you as our leaders is to make sure that we just hold the line until June 11th. It's only 2 more weeks, and then give us all feedback as you have always done, and we will make changes as necessary and accordingly. One of the things that you need to know that is coming up in the fall is we as a church, not just our student ministry, is putting an investment into our lead team through hiring some staff and hiring other people in student ministries to free up some of our time to be able to focus on our juniors and seniors. And we would like to utilize them more in our Wednesday night gathering, whether in front announcements or activity, and also in your small group rooms in high school to help lead those small groups. We're not there yet. But that is the goal coming starting in August and moving towards January. Suncoast, where maybe they'll share a larger burden of the responsibilities at Suncoast. They did some this year and it was great, but we think they can do more, and that's one of the goals and objectives of not only student ministries but also Covenant as a whole, is to develop some leaders within our students. That's that, and in the fall we'll be beginning Exodus, a whole study through Exodus rooted curriculum. We've used that in the past, which was our Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians was all from rooted. It's great stuff. And Elizabeth is looking at writing, again, a skit that complements the Exodus series to present to our students, to give them a visual means of seeing, Exodus through a different lens. So that's a few things that are coming up in the fall. Obviously, we have our Edge retreat coming up. We have our Greece missions trip, and then our Highlands High School trip this summer. So busy travel season. So thanks so much for joining the team. Be in prayer, guys. We are looking for a few men. We're short on men leaders, in particular in high school and middle school. So be praying alongside of us. We know that you are our greatest asset in student ministries. Your weekly involvement, your daily involvement for many of you that text and encourage your students is the most influential component that we have here in student ministry. So please be praying that we find God drops them in our lap, or maybe some people that would be great working with middle school or high school students, and please pass them along to us. We would love to reach out to them, and maybe if we already know them, to invite them in. We have a few invites out. We're just waiting on responses. So that's something you guys can be praying about. So look forward to seeing you guys Wednesday night and finishing this school year strong, which would be June 4th and June 11th. And then back in August, we'll see you again. So have a great summer break. Take some time. Enjoy your time down. We know it is a huge commitment to be a small group leader here as far as time and energy. And we appreciate everything you do. But more importantly, I think our students are benefited greatly by your involvement. And I think the Lord is pleased. So God bless all of you. Look forward to seeing you Wednesday night.